more than 30 pa lang tayo. By the way, I will confirm again if rinig ba si ma'am?
Yes po.
Okay, no, so yung mga lumilipad na emoji dito. So I think that means naririnig nga din. And thank you again for those who confirm that rinig na nga si ma'am. Okay, by the way, kita na ba yung screen?
Yes po.
Okay. So again guys, today we will be discussing module number 3. By the way, I uploaded module number 4 para lang sa inyong initial reference. Though, final period pa naman yan. So, just in case trip nyo lang siyang basahin. But then again, I want you to focus doon sa modules natin for the midterm period. I hope at this point you are already reviewing kasi yung ating schedules for the examination is malapit na, and it has been highlighted naman that the midterm period is composed of Brighton Auto, T-cell, and dual cycle. So, kindly prepare for that. So, ngayon guys, we will be discussing D-cell cycle only. Why? Kasi this is an online class. Again, we had an online class. That is because based on the survey that we conducted last Friday, so the result was not everyone actually, 71% of the students prefer online classes. So that is why we are conducting your request. We are conducting the class based on your request, and which is for the safety na din naman ng majority sa atin. So that is why we are having online classes today. And then next week, online classes pa din tayo kasi again, supposedly, the face-to-face should be today. However, hindi naman natin control ang pag-aalboroto ni Volcang Taal. So, supposedly, I'll be giving also the instructions for your problem sets. Bakit hindi ako nagbigay ng instruction? That is because it will be unfair on your end. Hindi pa naman tapos i-discuss si dual cycle, then I'll be giving problem sets na may dual cycle. So with that, we are expecting na next week, next Sunday, matatapos na tayo sa dual cycle. So with that, tapos na sa dual cycle, I think may karapatan na magbigay si ma'am ng activity. So I'll be giving you the problem sets. That is a 5-problem activity wherein, again, as mentioned, the answer is there. So it is up to you how to generate the solution. And make sure na kung kayo sabihin na nating mangungopya lamang kayo, walang problema sa akin. Make sure lamang na naintindihan nyo ang kinopya nyo. You can ask your classmates, you can search in the internet, you can open your notes. Everything is allowed. Ang goal dyan is that you understand what you are doing. So that pag na-encounter mo yung problem na yun, or palitan ko lang ang given, palitan ko lang ang unit, definitely, kayang-kaya mong sagutan. Speaking of unit, I'll be giving you the list of conversions that you need to familiarize yourselves with para ready kayo sa ating mga examinations. So again, I'll be giving your problem sets instructions next week. So yung mga wala dito, I hope you encourage them to join our meeting next week. Also, I'll be giving you some initial instructions kasi October 8 will be your face-to-face long quiz. And the week following that, the October 9 to 14 is the week of the midterm exam. However, hindi ko alam kung anong mangyayari for ME. Actually, kasi the ME faculties, I think mag-join sila sa NatCon. Ako actually, in our company, ay libre ang pag-join sa NatCon. However, I beg off kasi baka mapatama ng October 14 yung exam. So, walang mag-a-administer sa inyo. Okay? So, ano pa ba ang aking mga announcement? Of course, matutuloy po ang take-home long quiz. Yun nga lang, pinag-iisipan ko pa kasi I'm planning to have a 10-problem take-home long quiz. 10 points each para more chances of winning. So, kasi inisip ko, pag i-photocopy yun, 10 pesos din. So, syempre, mahal ang bigas at dami kang bayarin. Tapos, sisingilin pa ng, para sa akin, malaking bagay, 10 pesos, mahal ang bigas, di ba? So, ayun guys, I'm planning to have it online na lang. So, still, parang take home pa din siya kasi 24 hours pa, you have 24 hours to submit. So, ayun lang guys, I'll be giving you my final decision kung i-hard copy natin siya or i-online natin siya. But either way, tuloy na tuloy ang take-home long quiz. Yun ay nasabi ko na hindi ko nababawiin. Okay, so again today we will be discussing diesel cycle. So diesel lang kasi yung dual next week na natin. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba online class tayo ngayon. Hindi naman recorded yung meeting which so wala kayong mababalikan. Kung dadalwahin kong topic today, baka maging struggle sa inyo to cope up. So ngayon, we'll be discussing diesel and then next week ang dual cycle. Okay? So bago tayo magsimula, I would like to review yung mga previous na napag-aralan natin. Okay? For Brighton cycle, guys, we have two isentropic processes. And aside from isentropic, ano pa yung dalawang common process kay Brighton? Brighton, guys. Brighton. Constant pressure volume.
Pressure po.
Pressure. Kay Otto, aside from isentropic, constant volume. No. So, again, I appreciate those who are answering. And then for diesel, meron tayong constant pressure, meron tayong constant volume. So, same pa din, process 1 to 2, that is isentropic compression. So, the act of compression happens at point 1 to point 2. Again, you may modify the numbering. Kung gusto nyo gawing letter yan or labu-labuhin nyo yung numbering, walang problema. But this is my suggested na numbering. Okay, process 2 to 3 is heat addition. This is constant pressure. Actually, the combustion proper happens at heat addition or in the boiler or sa Brighton boiler kasi may component na boiler. Dito for diesel cycle, the heat addition happens in the combustion process. Or the combustion is the combustion process and the heat addition happens at points 2 to 3. That is both constant pressure. So since constant pressure siya mga kapatid, expect that in the formula for heat addition, CP yung gagamitin natin. For expansion naman, so by the way guys, you can directly put this na compression siya or expansion siya. So whichever is convenient para sa inyo. Kahit anong ilagay nyo dyan label, kung gusto nyo pang lagyan ng P is equal to C, V is equal to C, lahat ng notes pwede nyo ilagay dyan. Kasi this PV diagram is created to help you solve the problem. So hindi dapat malinis yan. Lahat ng given na pwede mong ilagay, ilagay mo. Okay. And then we have here, process 4 to 1 is constant volume. So if this is constant volume, expect that the heat rejected formula is CP. So, wag kayong malilito kasi kay Brighton, both CP. Kay Otto, both CV. So, ang ating diesel cycle ay isang CP, isang CV. Also, sa TS diagram, guys, so same lang naman siya ng itsura ng mga ginagawa natin before. Kaya label is a must. Kay Brighton, dalawang constant pressure. Kay Otto, dalawang constant volume. Kay diesel, isang constant pressure, isang constant volume. And also, ano yung mahalaga here? Ang mahalaga here is to identify where is the maximum allowable temperature. I think it is obvious that the maximum allowable temperature is 0.3. So, if we will be basing in this numbering, pagpunta mo kay PV diagram, if kita nyo itong dinadatan ko ng blue, so andito yung maximum allowable temperature. So, kung alam mo na itong blue dot ang maximum allowable temperature, I think hindi mo na kailangan ng TS diagram. Or if you need the TS diagram, mas ma-visualize mo dito that your lowest temperature is 0.1. So, that means your 0.2 and 0.4 na temperature is between 1 and 3 only. So it is your guide para tama ang maging sagot mo. And then, again, you are allowed to change yung numbering. So kung pwedeng gawin mong letter, so gawin natin A, B, C, D na pa-counterclockwise. So at this point, what is, or sabihin natin what letter, is it A, B, C, D? Yung minimum temperature, yung pinakamababang temperature, saan mo makikita? Is it letter A, B, C, or D?
D po.
D, no? So, I think obvious naman. Bakit, di ba? So, andito siya. Kita niyo kumulay. Yan. And then, ang ating maximum allowable temperature is letter B. Ayan. So, again guys, yan ay gawin mo yung heart, gawin mo yung smiley. Basta sa point na ito, andun ang maximum allowable temperature. Is that clear?
Yes po. Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, guys. So, I think that's enough for an introduction for a diesel cycle. So, ngayon naman, wait lang. Bossing is contacting me even if it's Sunday. So, may urgent daw. So, we have diesel cycle. Recall naman natin. Yung kay Brighton cycle, pag sinabing Joule cycle, Brighton cycle, ano? Pag sinabing gas turbine, Brighton din. Pag sinabing gasoline, Otto. Pag sinabing spark ignition, Otto. Ngayon, recall natin yung mga pinagsasabi natin nung module 1, ano? Pag sinabi natin compression ignition, pag sinabi natin CI, pag sinabi natin diesel engine, so that represents a diesel cycle. So we have here, again, pag diesel cycle, CI, compression ignition, and diesel engine. So meron tayong mga statements here. Maximum temperature occurs after combustion on or before expansion. So, recall lang natin yung image. So, sabi ko kanina, yung combustion process happens at 2 to 3. So, yung yung maximum allowable temperature daw exists after combustion. So, ang before combustion mo ay 2, after combustion is 3. And before expansion mo din is 3. So, I think it justifies naman bakit yung 0.3 natin, yung maximum allowable temperature. And then next, heat is added during isobaric process. So, kung nagkakalimutan, isobaric is constant pressure. So, dapat CP yung nasa heat addition formula mo. And then, heat is rejected during isometric process. Ngayon, what is isometric process? Constant volume. So, constant volume, ang isometric process. Heat rejection, ang process daw ay constant volume. So, dapat sa QR mo, CV ang formula. So, by the way, check lang natin number of attendees today. Wala lang. Tingnan ko lang kung nadagdagan. Anyways, guys, what is the advantage of attending our class? So, by the way, this is one of the advantage. Kasi from time to time, I'm sharing tips, I'm sharing hints sa mga magiging examination niyo. Okay? So, sabi ko sa inyo, favorite kong itanong ang WorkNet kay Brighton Cycle. I think I mentioned that. If not, at least alam niyo na. Kung may favorite pa akong itanong na isa, that is the mean effective pressure. By the way, baka sa exam, ma-encounter nyo siya as MEP. Yun din yun, mean effective pressure. So, sabihin na natin na wala tayong direct example ng mean effective pressure. Pero, you just need to know the definition. So, what if hindi ka umattend ng klase na ito? What if nagbayad ka lang ng module, hindi mo binasa ang module? So, definitely, you will not be knowing that MEP is the ratio of WorkNet over volume displacement. So, yung WorkNet, definitely the QA minus QR, and yung volume displacement, I'll plot it later sa ating PV diagram. So, pag hindi mo alam ang ratio na to, so definitely, hindi mo siya magagamit or hindi mo masasolve yung problem. Actually, ginawa ko yan last year na nagtuturo ko ng combustion. May isang problem doon na MEP ang tanong. That is the mean effective pressure. Sabi ng estudyante, ma'am, hindi mo to itinuro. Sabi ko, balikan mo yung module mo, nasa page ganito. Ayun. So, again, guys, mean effective pressure is the ratio of work net over volume displacement. Take note, this is pressure. So, definitely, ang unit mo dito ay pressure. Ano ga ang mga unit ng pressure? Pascal. Oh. So, sabihin natin, work net is usually in joule or pwedeng joule per kilogram. Ang volume natin is in meter cube or pwede ding meter cube per kilogram. We can cancel out kilogram naman eh. So, we have joule is Newton meter over meter cube. We can cancel out meter cube. So, ang mangyayari sa atin is Newton per meter squared. Ano ga ang Newton per meter squared? So, pag kayo ay nagsasolve ng mean effective pressure, dapat at the end of the day, pagdating mo sa dulo, ang goal mo is a unit of pressure. Pag ang nakuha mo ay joule lamang, o ang nakuha mo ay temperature, ikaw ay naliligaw ng landas. So, dapat mean effective pressure, the goal is to generate a unit of pressure. So, yun naman guys, tip lang. Siyempre, kung ang tanong sa iyo work net, dapat it's either joule, kilojoule. Pag volume, dapat naka meter cube, cubic feet. Pag pressure, di dapat naka kilopascal, pascal, and so on. So, dun mo makikita na tama ang ginagawa mo. Okay. Ito yung mga history about Rudolf Diesel, which we will not be focusing naman kasi again, wala tayong objective type. So, I think it is right time to proceed with the summary of formulas. Again, process 1 to 2 is compression. Pwede mong ilagay yung word na compression. Just make sure to have an arrow so that alam mo na ang start ay 1, ang ending ay 2. Process 2 to 3, this is where combustion occurs. This is where your heat added is in. Yan. Again, this is constant pressure. So, CP ang magiging formula mo dyan. Process 3 to 4 is expansion. And process 4 to 1 is heat rejected. Wherein constant yung volume. Again, ito yung mga temperature points mo. Wherein 1 is the lowest and 3 is the highest. Okay? So, if you recall, sa constant pressure mga kapatid, sa Brighton, may constant pressure din tayo doon. Ngayon, sa diesel, may constant pressure din tayo. That is why we have a pressure ratio. So, our pressure ratio is P2 over P1. Ano pa yung possible formula na pwede nating ma-generate sa P2 over P1 na relationship? Is P2 equal P3, guys?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yeah. Kasi constant pressure daw E. Is P1 equal to P4?
Hindi po.
Yes po.
Hindi, kasi constant volume siya. Okay, so P3 over P1 is another relationship. Kay compression ratio, ito yung masasabi nating V1 is V4, diga? Constant volume daw E. However, we cannot say that V2 is equal to V3 kasi constant pressure siya, hindi siya constant volume. So, you can use this or you can note this kasi baka ma-encounter nyo yung relationship na ito in the future. Baka you will be needing that. Ang next natin is RC. Sorry, RC to cut-off ratio. So, ito namang cut-off ratio is the relationship of the volume in terms of volume. Ending ng combustion over beginning ng combustion. Yung combustion mo, it happens process 2 to 3. So, ang ending is 0.3. Ang beginning ay 0.2. Yeah. Ending 0.3, beginning is 0.2. Kaya V3 over V2. Sa expansion ratio, guys, bihira siyang gamitin. Actually, si RC and RK ang mahalagang values for auto. Ang mahalaga RK. For diesel, RC and RK. So those are the values that you will be needing to generate the efficiency. Aside from yung formula natin here na QA minus QR over QA. Anyways, ito yung mahalaga, the volume displacement. So V1 minus V2. I-plot natin siya dito. So V1, this is your V1, and then this is your V2. So this is your volume displacement. Again, yung V1 mo pwedeng maging V4. Ayan, so pwede itong maging V4 minus V2. So ito yung volume displacement mo. It may not be given, or ang kadalasan given dyan is the V1. So kung may V1 ka, may V4 ka. And then we have isentropic relationship naman, 'di ba? Yung mga constant entropy yung sa process of ideal gases. So it's either temperature relationship for volume and temperature relationship for pressure. So yan lang naman yung karaniwan na ginagamit natin. K minus 1 over K. For temperature and volume that is inversely proportional, so kung 2 are, 1 are, for pressure naman, directly proportional. So kung 2 ang nasa kaliwa, 2 ang nasa kanan. For heat added, we have MCP. CP because the heat addition ay constant pressure, and constant volume for QR because the heat rejection that is where the heat rejection occurs sa constant volume process. Ngayon, work net natin is QA minus QR, and of course, our general formula man for efficiency is work net over QA. Any clarifications about the formula so far, guys?
Wala pa naman po.
Okay. So, by the way, guys, padaanan natin ng saglit si dual. But again, we will be focusing on this next week. So, dual cycle is actually a combination of Otto and diesel cycle. So, let us, I'll be showing you bakit. Otto cycle is a constant volume process. O, dalawang constant volume. Diesel cycle is a constant pressure and a constant volume process. So, this justifies why tinawag siya na combination of Otto and diesel cycle. Another one, sabi ko sa inyo kung nasa ng tuwid, andun ang Q, diga? So, sa QR walang problema, isa siya eh. Di na dalawa. So, definitely, you will be having 2 QA. Isang QA na CV, isang QA na CP. So, yan lang naman yung major changes. Actually, yung mga way naman ng pag-solve natin, same lang, except that yung Brighton, dalawang constant pressure. Yung Otto, dalawang constant volume. Si Diesel, isang constant pressure, isang constant volume. Si Dual, dalawang constant volume, isang constant pressure. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, isang CV, isang CP. Yan. This is RC. So, yan yung pag-focusan natin next week. And then, guys, supposedly, this will be your activity. But again, I'll be giving the formula na lang para mag-focus tayo doon sa problem set ninyo na mga literal na problems. Kasi hindi naman ako magpapaderive sa exam nyo. So, why do it as an activity? Doon tayo sa activity yung mapapakinabang. Okay? So, let us just recall, yung formula kasi na tinutukoy dito is in terms of cut-off daw, compression, and specific heat ratio that is K. Si Otto kasi, in terms of compression and specific heat ratio lang. Okay? So, recall natin yung shinare ni ma'am na formula for Otto. Ano nga yung efficiency formula for Otto? 1 minus 1 over, ano nga formula yon?
RK.
Over K minus 1.
1.
Okay. Actually kay diesel, ganun lang din guys. Ganun ang simula, pero may kadugtong. Ayan. So we have ayan, RC raised to K. So first, you raise RC to K bago mo ima-minus sa 1. And then we have over K, RC minus 1. So, kung kayo mabilis-bilis sa calcu, so walang problema, diretsuhin nyo yan. Doon sa mababagal, pwedeng ito munang nasa bracket, and then i-multiply mo dito, tsaka mo i-minus kay 1. So, in the sample problem that I will be giving sa inyo in a while, so we will be utilizing this. So, it's a different approach kasi from madami nang na-solve na problem si ma'am. So, of course, I'll be sharing you some tips na na-discover ko while solving those problems. And then, kayo din, I encourage you to solve problems, search in the internet, sagkalat ang mga reviewer doon. So, I encourage you to solve many problems kasi doon yung makikita yung diskarte na magwo-work para sa inyo. So, by the way, kita na ang problemang andin sa screen?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Sabi dito, meron daw supplied na 317 kilojoule per cycle. Actually, you can neglect per cycle kasi isang cycle lang naman ang pinag-uusapan natin. Pinalala lang ang problema. To an ideal diesel engine. So, hindi pa nga sinabing compression ignition. Sabi diesel engine. So, definitely, it is for a diesel cycle. Given ang mass, 227 grams of air. Ngayon, I would like to ask, ano yung 317 kilojoule? Kilojoule. So definitely, this is not pressure, this is not temperature, this is Q. Is it QA or QR?
QA po.
QA po.
Ano yung keyword? Supplied.
Supplied po.
Usually kasi, pag QR, rejected or mga waste, ito supplied. So, kung gusto mo siyang ituring na QR, hindi ko alam. Kayo ay, may problema sa English. Pero yun guys, kailangan din, yun ang mahirap sa mga problems natin, aside from kailangan mong i-recall yung knowledge mo kay algebra, kailangan mo din i-recall yung knowledge mo in terms of vocabulary. So, pag sinabing supplied, it is parang dinideliver, or pinapa-absorb o binibigay. So that is represents QA, heat added or heat in. No? So we have, this is QA. Ngayon guys, pressure 1 is given. Actually sa problem, you will be encountering this as the beginning of compression. So mag-drawing tayo ng diesel cycle. So, nasasanay kasi tayo na ang given lagi is beginning of compression, which is usually 0.1 naman, kung susundin natin lagi yung ating numbering. Temperature, 48.9, kinonvert ko na siya. Again, ang conversion natin is plus 273.15 Kelvin. And then, ang second na given na pressure is at the end of compression. So again, the process of compression is at 0.1 to 2. Kung ang starting mo daw ay 97.91, your ending is 3,930. So if you don't know kung saan ang compression dyan, ay dyan ka malilintikan, di ba? Bakit ma'am hindi mo pa sabihin na P1 is 97.91, P2 is 3,930? So, the struggle will be, what if meron kang isang student na medyo nag-explore? So, ang gusto niya ay ganun 1, 2, 3, 4. Wala namang masama. Pero pag sinabi ko kasing 0.1, walang problema. Ito pa din 97.91. Pero pag sinabi ko kasing 0.2 is 3,930, naligaw na. Diga? Kung sabihin ko na end of compression, kahit pa ang numbering ay, ayan. So, this is D, P, B, A. Kahit pa yan ay letter, basta sinabi kong end of compression, anong letter ko ilalagay yung end of compression na value? A, B, C, or D? D. Ano? So, kahit magbalik-baliktarin mo yan, Dito pa din yung end of compression. O, saan ang end ng expansion? A, B, C, or D? Ano daw? Expansion ha, end of expansion.
Boy po.
B po.
Ball. Ayan, o, tama. Same B, parang dog yung rinig ko. So, yan. We have here, ayan. So, ito yung end ng expansion. So, please be careful. Baka sa exam, paltan ko lang to ng end of expansion. So, you have to take note. Baka kasi, ay, naibigay na to ni ma'am. Tapos, biglang nilagay mo si 3930 sa end of compression. Technically, end of expansion naman siya. Tika. Okay. So, given din si RK. So, sa exam, maaaring ilagay ko, compression ratio is 14, cut-off ratio is 2.5. So, you should know sino si compression ratio at sino si cut-off ratio. But most of the time, RK is larger than RC. The first question is percent clearance. So, most probably sa exam, this will cost 5 points. WorkNet will cost 15 points. So, mas mahirap naman talaga si WorkNet. So, bakit ba tinatanong si percent clearance? Para may itama naman kayo. Hindi, pero that's training din, guys. Kasi, actually, we are built, pag tayo nagre-review, we focus on doon sa mahihirap. And I think, okay lang naman. Pero actually, yung nagre-review kami, ang focus ni Alcorcon, actually, I appreciate Alcorcon, no? Yung approach na kasi sa amin, focus kami sa power plant kasi siya yung mahirap the previous board exam. So, focus siya kay power plant and ano nga ang tawag dito? Math. Kasi sobrang dali ng previous board exam na machine design. So, like, siguro, kung 4 na weeks kaming nag-focus kay power plant, 3 weeks kay machine design, kay math, siguro mga 1 linggo lang kay machine design. Literal na na-etchapuera siya. Coming our board exam, we're well prepared with power plant. So, talagang halos ma-perfect na namin yun. Even math, actually. Line of 9 nga ako parehas doon. Pagdating namin sa machine design, ligwak talaga kami. So, ayun yung nagpababa sa performance namin nung board exam. So, same lang din yung sa, ano nyo, no? Maaaring madali lang yung percent clearance, pero maaaring hindi nyo natandaan yung formula kasi madali lang siya. Nag-focus kayo sa pag-solve ng WorkNet, na practice nyo yan, pero yung maliliit na formula na basic, maaaring nakalimutan nyo, which will cost you 5 points. Or in reality, in board exam, yung percent clearance, 1 point, yung WorkNet, 1 point. Na-solve mo si WorkNet na mahirap, pero hindi mo na-solve si percent clearance na madali. Ikaganda na madali mahirap, kaya mong itaob. Diba? So from time to time, nag-insert talaga ako ng madaling tanong. And you will discover that yung students, nagkakamali sa madali. Pero kaya nila yung mahirap. Ay, ang mas mahirap, pag mali na sa madali, mali pa sa mahirap. So ayan guys, let's just recall. Anong formula ng percent clearance? Yung isinare ko sa inyo sa auto cycle, that is the same lang. 1 plus ano?
C po, C.
C, 1 plus C over C.
Over
Take
C.
note, ang tanong ay percent clearance ha. So, ang lalabas din ay nakadecimal pa. So, i-multiply nyo pa ng 100%. 14 is equal to 1 plus C over C. So, I think chef solve will be enough. Make sure si C ay naka-time sa 100% ha. Dahil pag hindi nyo iti-times, di mali, ang tanong ay percent clearance eh. Oh, ano sagot? 7. In percent na ha. 7.692. 307,692%. Did you get the same answer, guys? Baka kasi mali yung sinusulat ko, diga. Nakuha nyo din ga?
The same po.
Okay. So, I think we are done with the percent clearance. So, our next concern is the WorkNet. Anong formula ng WorkNet? QA?
QR.
QR? Yes. So, dapat hindi pa tanong ang sagot mga kapatid. Dapat sure, QA minus QR po. May QA ka, tama? Given
Yes.
si QA, no? 317 mm eh. What is QR? formula.
MCV T4 minus T1.
Ayan. So, I appreciate na active yung mga kausap ko dito. Because sa ibang section, ako na din sumasagot sa tanong ko. Laban lang. Mass is given. Is CV given? Not. Pero we can use the standard. Anong value ng standard natin? 1.0062 ba? That is CP, mga kapatid. Baka nalito kayo. CV is 0. That is actually valid. CV is 0.171 for English unit. Since tayo ngayon ay mga naka-SI unit, that is
0.7186.
0.7186, no? So, yun ha. At tama din yung 0.171, pero make sure na yung 0.171 gagamitin mo for English unit, no? I think 0.24 for English unit ni CP was 1.00624 SI unit. And then, meron tayong T1, yung kinonvert natin, yung 322.05, wala tayong T4. So, if you recall yung previous na mga problem natin, so dadaan ka ng process 1 to 2, kukuhanin mo si T2, makukuha mo si T3 dahil may QA, tapos saka mo palang kukuhanin si T4. Nakakapagod, ano? So, ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na technique or another option that I will be sharing to you. So, pwede nyo namang i-try sa bahay yung pagkuha ng temperature para ma-practice din kayo. Kasi what if ang tanong ni ma'am ay T3? O, diga, kailangan mo talagang kuhanin ng mga temperature. Pero in this case kasi, ang tinatanong ay worknet. Ngayon, pag nabasa ko tong problem, ay may RK ako, may RC ako, kaya kong kuhanin si efficiency. Ang tanong sa akin, worknet lang. Easy naman. So, efficiency is work net over QA. Tama po ang formula ni ma'am? Okay. May QA ako. Work net ang tinatanong. Formula ko, work net is efficiency times QA. Kayang kuhanin si efficiency? Yes, ma'am. Ako na sumagot. So, we have 1 minus 1 over RK raised to K minus 1 times RC raised to K minus 1 all over K RC minus 1. K lang ang kulang mo dito. Walang value ng K, walang sinabing hot, walang sinabing cold. So, K is 1.4. So, we have here 1 minus 1 over 14 raised to 0.4. Kasi 1.4 minus 1. Ang RC mo ay 2.5 raised to 1.4 minus 1. K is 1.4 and then RC is 2.5 minus 1. That is 1.5. So again, I suggest itong nasa loob muna ang kuhanin. Or kung kayo na may mabilis-bilis, diretsuhin nyo, walang problema. Hindi ko kayo pinipigilan. So this is 1.24. 1309412. So, just multiply it ng 1 over 14 raised to 0.4. So, this is 1 minus 0.431 945 3808. So, anong sagot ng efficiency, mga kapatid?
0.5968509779 po ba?
On my end ha, 0.568054619. Ayun. So, kindly confirm kung saan nagkamali ha. So, para ma-practice nyo or kung doon kayo nagkamali ngayon, at least the next time, definitely hindi na kayo magkakamali. No? So, that's the essence also ng problem solving. Pag nagkamali ka ngayon, definitely hindi ka na magkakamali doon. As long as alam mo na yung pinagkamalian. So, this is our efficiency, guys. Ang work net mo ay efficiency times QA. So, yung efficiency na kuha mo, i-multiply mo ng 317 kilojoule. What is your answer? Kilojoule. Okay. So, this is your final answer. Again, this is the easier path. Pero kung hindi ko halimbawa siya na-share sa inyo, maaaring hindi nyo siya ma-explore. Tapos, again, pwede nyong itry itong kukuhanin si QR, tapos kukuhanin si WorkNet, parehas lang ang lalabas. Actually, na-try ko na yan. And then, by the way guys, kay Otto, ganun din, ano? So, kay Otto, di ba may shortcut formula tayo. Pag ang tinatanong lang naman ay WorkNet, at may QA, so, makukuha mo na siya. Kasi, pag given si RK, dahil di ba may shortcut formula nga tayo kay Otto. So, ganun guys, diskarte ba? Kasi at the end of the day, sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa board exam, you will be solving 100 of questions. Hindi magmamatter dyan kung gaano kahaba yung magiging solution mo sa isang problem. As much as possible nga, dapat maikli yung magiging solution mo sa problem. Ano pa ba yung mga gusto kong i-share? So, I think so far, yun lang. But there are times na, pwede din halimbawa to, QR ang tanong. So, meron ka ng WorkNet, minus mo lang si QA, makukuha mo na si QR. Applicable din siya. Pero again, if my question is, what is T3? So, kailangan mo talagang kuhanin si T2. And then, kuhanin mo si T3. So, pag temperature ang tanong, dadaan ka talaga dun sa usual process natin. Pero pag yung mga WorkNet, ganyan, you can use this option. Lalo na, you already know yung shortcut formula natin. Kaya sabi ko nga sa inyo, I am sharing those shortcut formula kasi I know it will be beneficial on your end. Alam mo na may pagdamot ko. Hoy, paano yung nagkulay blue? Yung biglang nag-highlight na kulay po. Anyways, guys, do you have any questions or maliwanag naman ang pagkaka-explain?
Maliwanag naman po.
Okay, guys. So, with that, I just have some few reminders. So, again, next meeting, discuss natin si Dual. After that, I'll be giving you instructions sa problem sets. Take note, mahaba naman ako magpa-deadline sa problem set. I'll be giving it to you on Sunday. Next Sunday ang deadline. But I am very strict with deadlines. Ano? Kasi binigyan ko na nga kayo ng isang linggo to submit your problem sets. Tapos hindi nyo maibibigay sa so parang ipaparamdam nyo naman hindi masyadong priority si Mac. So ayun guys, I'll be giving instructions for the problem sets. Diba sabi ko nga sa inyo, ibibigay ko yun ng may sagot. Ang akin lang mga kapatid, aralin, intindihin kung paano nakuha. Para naman, pag yun ay na-encounter nyo, nagbago lang tanong, nagbago lang ang given, nagbago lang ang unit, kayang-kaya nyo siyang isolve sa face-to-face long quiz on October 8 at sa ating upcoming midterm exam. Also, please expect the details of your take-home long quiz. Details ng take-home long quiz next week. So, iniisip ko pa kasi if it will be yun nga, online or ibibigay ko yung hard copy, ikamahal-mahal ka ng maniningil na naman. Eh for sure, sisingilin ko kayo sa face-to-face long quiz at dun sa face-to-face midterm exam. So, I think so far, yun lang naman ang mga concerns on my end. Unless, of course, you have concerns, guys. May concerns ba, mga kapatid? So, by the way, I appreciate those 32 students who are here. So, naway, dumami pa tayo. So, I encourage you to encourage also yung iba nyong kaklase to attend kasi I'll be giving initial instructions. I-brief ko kayo para sa inyong upcoming long quiz. I'll be giving that next. So, yun lang naman on my end. Thank you so much again for your attendance. Ang next meeting natin ay online pa din. Ano kasi, again, dapat ngayon ang face-to-face. So, see you next meeting. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, guys.